Hi everybody, this is Scott coming at you from the White House, 1600 DC, your Southern Fried White House. And we're joined today by a very special guest. We have Sergeant Montgomery of the Sergeant Monty YouTube channel. And I was just so intrigued by his channel. Welcome, Sergeant Montgomery. It's so nice to have you on board today.
Well, thanks for offering the opportunity to come talk with you, Scott. You can call me Jerry or Monty. That's fine as well.
Okay.
Here, and I'm a big fan of yours as well.
Well, that's great, Jerry. What's different about you from maybe many of the other speakers we see in social media? You actually come from a military background, and then recently there's been kind of a straw that's broke the camel's back. So if you could tell our audience a little bit about just a real quick overview of your military history, and then why you're kind of coming to this end point, crisis point, if you will.
Sure. I actually joined the Army back in the 80s, and I did it as a research project because I've always wanted to be a writer and a novelist, and I have published 4 novels with the Executioners series by Gold Eagle Books. And
wow.
So, I came into this so I could write what it's like to be a soldier, so anybody who's in the Army or in the military would pick up what I write. They'd read it and say, yeah, this guy's been there, because so many people trying to write this kind of stuff, and it just doesn't come off sounding real unless you've been there. So
right.
I went from active duty to the National Guard. I joined the National Guard in 1995. I've been in the Guard ever since. Went into Special Forces in 2001. Went to the Q course. I showed up at Fort Bragg on the 19th of September 2001, so it was just right after Twin Towers had collapsed, and I've been with SF ever since. I've done 1 tour in Iraq. As far as I'm concerned, that's enough. They're the wrong people. They're not the ones that perpetuated this whole thing. And then with Obama signing the NDAA on New Year's Eve of 2011, that was it. That was the last straw. I was like, no, I am not going to take part in rounding up civilians or disarming the American people. This is not what I joined for, and so I'm just seeking my exit door at this time. And also speaking out, just saying, if you're a soldier or a cop, you do not need to be following these orders because they're illegal. And like I said, if we can take away their enforcers, what are they going to do? Is the actual Bilderbergers going to go out there and try and force people to do anything? I don't think so.
Yeah, you hit on an important point. Is without these soldiers for which people like Henry Kissinger hold in supreme disrespect, they really don't have an enforcement mechanism with which to carry out the plans that they have, the plans for tyranny and the plans for a police state. And so, if I'm hearing you correctly, I mean, this is just a deal breaker for you. And really, you've given a lot of years to this country as a soldier.
Yeah, and you notice too that now they're ramping up their DARPA plans to create robot militaries, and of course all their drones, so they don't even have to rely on the human factor anymore.
Oh yeah, well the nice thing for them, I hate to say nice, is that those type of soldiers will carry out orders without question, and what better tool for tyranny and trampling on liberty. All right, well, we're going to be coming up on a commercial here. We'll be back with Jerry, Sergeant Montgomery, and Sergeant Monty channel, and we'll get into this a little bit more. Thanks, everybody. This is Scott from the White House, 1600 DC. We'll be